15 more seconds. Okay.
Good evening. I'm going to call this Board of Health meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. If everyone could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Up next, we will accept the minutes of the June 19th, 2018 meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from June 19th.
Second that. I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Next, Region 2 Emergency Preparedness, nothing to report. Item number 4, 86 Klondike Road Septic Plan, application for local upgrade approval with road deed restriction. It was tabled from the June 19th meeting. Are you here for that?
I am Mark's daughter. Is supposed to be here also.
Okay. We'll hold off on a little bit and we'll come back.
Sure.
We're just going to move on then. Yep. We'll come back to that one. Number 5, the fee schedule review. So, a couple things right off that, one is just a typo that's under swimming pool. It should be swimming pool plan review instead of permit. We wanted to change that. We voted to change that last month. And then also, the previous didn't have any of the fines for operating with the current valid license listed on the fee schedule. And we've never had them listed, so
All of a sudden, these miraculously appeared.
I don't see the need for them, correct?
So
Right.
we're crossing that red line.
Yeah, we don't need, that was on the review, this is on the new and
First
updated.
offense, second offense, third. Yeah.
Right, because it's a standard, Tom issues that.
Failure to renew their license automatically puts them out of business.
Right,
We give them extend them a courtesy of the next a couple of business days to come in and remedy the situation, but that's about it.
bless
Thank
you.
you.
Bless you.
Okay. And then I know we had discussions about the septic haulers and the rubbish
Septic
haulers.
I haven't
was
been able to
two-
print out
Septic.
one of those lists yet, so.
So let's do this. Let's table the septic and the right now the one that the new and updated one has the septic hauler permit at $150. I think for right now, where we're still in discussion, I'm gonna ask her to remove septic hauler and trash off this current list right now until we get.
Yeah, one of the things I would suggest is, so that we can establish a sticker program that's.
Right.
I like the idea of a standard fee for every company, whether they're a single truck or 50 trucks. You pay the company fee and then they pay a per vehicle, a per sticker fee of $50 or
I thought last month that's what we had discussed was a
That's what I
$200
thought.
fee.
100 or two. Well, and it should be consistent between the offal haulers and the
Right.
solid waste haulers.
And I thought, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, that because the septic was listed as $150 and the rubbish was listed at $300, we decided to do $200.
If you split the
Right.
and to make
So-
both for all companies, whether it's a solid waste or an offal septic hauler, it's the same price per company,
Right.
then a per vehicle surcharge.
So I'll entertain a motion that we add that it's
$200 plus
the $50.
$50 per vehicle to be registered.
You're making that motion?
So with rubbish hauler there,
Yeah, the rubbish
it's
hauler.
going to $250
Right.
bucks a truck.
Yes,
And that's
same,
what we talked about in this. when
same
this
thing
was
as
the same.
septic, right,
Yes,
okay.
and make that motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? That way at least we'll have something, and if in the future we decide, we can always change it at that point.
Okay.
Seeing no more discussion, all in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously. So that'll be updated to 200, and I will make sure Teresa gets the copy of the updated. And you can start deciding when you want to implement and we'll go forward from
Yeah,
there.
well, right now, we're in the middle of the season.
Right.
Of the year.
Right, so
So we might just as well just continue it now and make it effective
January 1st.
January 1st.
And you and I will work on stickers and stuff.
Right, we'll work on getting a sticker, sticker program.
Beautiful. All right. So let's see. Are you from
And this is Miss Farrell.
Ms. Farrell? Okay. Okay, so we'll go back to number 4. I'll have you guys both come up and just identify yourself at the microphone. The 86 Klondike Road septic plan, application for local upgrade approval. Hi.
Okay. That's right in here. I'm Alicia Farrell, on behalf of Green Hill Engineering.
Okay, thank you.
Stephen Soper, Soper Construction.
Who was the gentleman who was here last time, just so I'm clear on who represents
was-
that company?
My dad, Mark Farrell.
Thank you.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Is this being recorded? Should I try to
Yeah,
talk as much
that's
as
fine, thank you.
I have the list of abutters and the revised plans
Okay,
up here. Bring them up there.
sure.
And there's really no need to notify the abutters again.
Right.
Once the abutters list and all have been notified, but he did notify the abutters again as well.
The woman that was
all it was
in
was
question was the neighbor.
Was actually a neighbor two doors
So
away.
that wasn't her. She was here.
We've located her property and found out that she's outside of the,
She wasn't actually the,
being affected by the septic system.
okay.
Okay.
All
So
this is a continuation, excuse me, this is just
Go
a
ahead.
continuation
Right.
of the last meeting, so.
So we have the revised plan. And so basically it's the same exact plan from last week, except we've added the lady who came in last week. This is her well, and like he said, it's greater than 100 feet away from the proposed septic system, so it shouldn't be a problem. And I think that's pretty much it for
That was the only.
The-
Yeah.
The other abutter was the
Oh.
proximity to their property line, and that's been addressed as well. The abutter was here the last time, knowing that the hearing is being continued, so they have been informed.
Okay.
They're not here to represent themselves, so
They were here at the last meeting?
they were.
And did they have anything to say?
No, they did not.
Okay.
They didn't have any objection to it.
Okay.
They were properly notified.
Okay. So the only change there is just noting where that well is for that property that the woman who was here last time.
yes.
Right.
That's what this was.
So are there any issues that we need to discuss?
What's your recommendation, Tom?
I recommend that the plan be approved in compliance with the revised plan. What's the date on the revision on that plan? It'll be on the lower right-hand corner. Should be a
It says
revised date,
6/26.
6/26.
This one I have signed 7/17.
Right, that was the original.
Yeah, it says plot
Then-
7/17.
7/17/18. 7/17/18 today.
Okay, that's today?
Yep.
That's another date that's on there?
Yeah, it says
Okay.
plot 7/17.
The revised plan
2018.
that's dated revised 7/17/18.
This is the same as that.
Yeah.
So is this a motion?
Yes, please.
We're gonna make a motion to accept the septic system plan for 86 Klondike Road as revised and stamped 7/17/18.
I second that.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously. You are good to go.
I was also supposed to ask when they can get started constructing the proposed drilled well.
Yeah, he's got a funding issue. He's got a bank loan that's going to expire, and we planned on starting it last month, and he's starting to run out of time about it. So we just want to get going as quick as we can.
Okay.
We just verify that there's a well app here.
Yes.
Yeah, the way it has to work, we got to do the pump chamber at the bottom first, then the well, then the leach field part of it. So it's gonna have to be in a couple separate stages.
And approvals. And everything will be fine as soon as the well driller or somebody representing him comes in and fills out an application for a well.
Okay.
There is no application for the well, there's gotta be a well, the fee, the well driller's information, everything has to be handled.
Okay.
As soon as that comes in, within a reasonable time frame, I'll review it and sign it off. It's all reviewed, just gotta go through the paperwork, that's all,
Okay.
and pay the fees.
Okay.
Okay.
Could we get started on the pump chamber down at the bottom in the meantime?
As far as the construction
I
of
mean,
the
yeah.
septic system, yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay.
That'll be approved, let's see, what day is today? Tuesday, so, should be approved Thursday. When I'll come in, make sure that we'll review the paperwork.
Yeah, no problem.
Actually, they can go ahead and start with it, even if we're not here.
That's fine.
Just go ahead and start
It'll be a
construction.
couple days anyway.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
What is your schedule so that the well guy can coordinate with you?
Well, the office hours, all they have to do is come in and fill the office, the office hours are closed this week, but we have availability.
Even if they come in, as long as they can come right across the hall and see
The
me.
building inspector clerk will
They're
take care
gonna
of
need
it,
to go to the building department
Okay.
to, s-
All right.
for,
to secure their well permit,
Okay.
okay?
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to item number 6, Health Inspector's Report.
Busy.
Yeah.
It's been busy. We've had, still had, I think I've done about a half a dozen perk tests, and we're doing a lot of construction going on at this time of the year. We've had some follow-ups on, a particular follow-up on a housing complaint that's been going on back and forth for about a year. Seasonal complaints, screens, heat, lack of heat, ventilation. We have a situation where both parties are not playing well together.
street?
Neither one of them respond to any of the, it's on 30 Oxford Ave.
Is it the one where she's in the studio apartment
Yes,
and she's going to court next week?
yes.
Yes. So apparently she's gonna complain now.
Yeah, well, I've had a conversation with her attorney. Her attorney has been brought up to speed as far as what's in the file, what's been going on. And I did another inspection the other day as a follow-up inspection. We have, the only violations that we've come across, for all the complaints, the only violation we find is lack of screens. And during the winter, it wasn't an issue because it's outside the screen requirement season. The only other thing I found was because the back door opens directly to the air outside, it needs a combination door, a screen, storm sash, in addition to the regular door. Those are the only 2 violations that I've come across. So.
Is that a violation that's been going on for years because
Never
this is-
had one,
this-
so it's something that I probably missed the last time.
I see.
The screens are, again, that becomes a seasonal issue. It's like temperature control. Temperature control is a seasonal issue as well.
There were none at all.
There were no screens. I'm not sure whether there ever were. They have not been replaced, as the landlord had indicated verbally. But then when it came winter time, then it was no longer a violation, so.
I know more than I need to know on both sides, so,
So,
only on one side, right?
and like I say, it was one of those that kept getting put on the back burner because of non-compliance from both parties, unwillingness to respond, except to complain. Fortunately, the tenant is gonna take the landlord to court, and they're gonna work it out that way. In the meantime, we'll do our due diligence and send another notice of violation. The courts are becoming a little more difficult now. In order to go to court now, we're supposed to have town council with us. It's either that or we can probably, we're doing some research on non-criminal disposition, whether I can just go ahead and write tickets and start fining people instead of going to court. Just fine people, and then when it comes, if they don't pay the fine, then we go to criminal disposition. If they fail to pay the fines, then it becomes criminal, and we can take that approach a lot easier. Be a lot less expensive, and this will start to eliminate a lot of the frivolous complaints. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Item number 7, the clerk's report. Food permit applications were 1, installers permits 3, haulers permits applications none, perk test applications 3, ADSCP permit applications 6, 5 new replacements, 1 D-box repair, well permit applications 5, camp applications 2, housing complaints 1, nuisance complaints 5. You have a copy, you should each have a copy. From now on, you'll just be getting a hard copy that you can review. And if you have any questions, we'll bring it up. Okay.
What's ADC, SCP, AD?
Disposal works, construction permits.
Such a long abbreviation.
Septic.
Was one of these repairs
septic.
on Hayden Pond Road?
Excuse me?
Any of these repairs on Hayden Pond Road? On Hayden
Off
Pond
the
specifically?
top of my head, let's see, Hayden Pond Road. Hayden Pond Road.
I couldn't remember.
There was a lot of digging going on a particular property. I was just wondering if,
I haven't, I don't recall having anything on Hayden Pond Road. I've had, let's see,
Did you get a permit beside the house?
Yes.
what is it? Shore Drive? Off of Mason Road Extension, down in
Oh, yeah, Sunrise Shores.
Sunrise Shores. We've had some down there. Hayden Pond Road in particular, I don't recall any.
property, I just drove by it and saw a big truck up
Would
there
that,
and a
would that be
backhoe.
between the Cove and
It was,
Pierpont, up in that area? No, I haven't done any perk tests or any
it
of
would be a
that.
particular property that has multiple properties on it, multiple homes.
On the right?
Yes.
I haven't seen any, I haven't, no, the answer's
It's
no.
kind of that point there that has the 7 or 8 houses up in there.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't,
I just saw a big truck and a backhoe and a lot of digging going on, and it looks like it was potentially their septic system.
okay, I'll see what I can find out about it. It was just an observation?
It was just an
Was there a
observation.
complaint that came in?
No, I was just observing as I drove by.
Yeah, because there's the two, was it Clark Road and, what are the 2 streets that are there? There's 2 streets. Is that what you're talking about?
Point Judith, to be specific. It's,
This is drawing blank.
you go up Hayden Pond Road from Pierpont
Yep.
around the corner, and then it's around the first bridge before the second.
No, I haven't, there hasn't been anything in that area.
There's
They
no
might have been going in to do a Title V inspection as well. If they're bringing in a small excavator or a small
Yeah, I mean, they could have just been.
backer,
you
they
know,
could have been trying to locate a septic system or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm not complaining. I'm just asking if there was
Yeah,
anything.
no, I
there
don't
that
recall
involved
any,
digging and-
I haven't seen any, and I don't recall any permits in the last couple of years there.
Okay. Item number 8, old business. Anybody have any old business? Okay. Item number 9, new business. I have one notation for new business. We will not be having an August regular Board of Health meeting. The next regularly scheduled Board of Health meeting will be September 18th. If something should arise in August, we'll make a point to schedule a special meeting at that time. But, And I know, Tom, you'll be away from the 6th to the 20th, but we'll have
From the
coverage.
6th to the 20th, right, but I'll
We'll
have coverage.
during that time. Anyone else have any new business?
No,
Oh, make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
No.
Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 6:51 PM.